Hey guys, it's your girl Jasmine with Faith and Foundation. If you want to know how I got this look, and the one thing I'm going to do this year, keep watching. Today, it's the new year, and we're going to be doing our New Year's Eve makeup look. Excited. I hope that everybody had a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year, and yeah, I pray that God will just bless everybody with an abundance of boldness and confidence and just going to do what he called you to do, because the time is now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys how I did my New Year's Eve look. It was really pretty. I went to church. It looked nice. So guys, if you are excited as I'm excited, come on, go grab your drink, your coffee. Got my coffee right here, and let's go ahead and get into the video. All right guys, so I've already prepped my skin. I have moisturized. I have just primed my skin hours ago, cleaned my skin because I actually fell asleep with makeup on my face, and yeah, got a couple blemishes from that. I don't do that often, but I was super tired from church last night. And I've already done my brows. So for my brows, I just used the Juvia's Place Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Dark Brown. This has become like my everyday staple brow pencil. Like, I love this thing, and I looked and I rolled it. I was like, oh no, I gotta get another one. This is so good. And then I just used my Wet n Wild Mega Clear Lash Scara, Brow Scara. And for like the lines that I kind of drew in the front, I did use a different brow pencil. But you can use any kind of brow pencil that has like, that can give you straight lines. This is from the brand KVD. And to carve out my brows, I use the Catrice Concealer. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer in the shade Caramel Beige. Because I'm going to go see my dad. He's coming home from the hospital. So we're excited to see him. So I'm going to be wearing this makeup all day. First thing, guys, that I want to do is I'm going to take out my Believe Beauty eyeshadow primer. This is just something that I legit have been using for such a long time. Let's do that. And then I'm going to take my sponge that I just use on my face, and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, so we're going to go into the Makeup Revolution palette, and the two colors I mixed for my brow bone was this color right here and this color right here. On my camera, it looks a lot lighter than what they are. They're a little bit darker than what they're giving. So I'm going to put that on my brow bone. Alright guys, now that we've done that, we're going to use this color and this color. We're going to mix these two colors together. Alright, so now we're just going to apply that. And up, guys, I do see the harsh line. I will come back and address that in a little bit. But the next couple techniques that I'm going to be doing, I saw from somebody when I was watching their New Year's Eve look. I will put her name here because I watched some of her videos, and I was just like, I'm going to try that. So now we're just going to go into like this cool tone dark brown right here. So we're just packing that brown in the outer V because we really do want it to smoke out, but we don't want to lose that color. So if you feel like you're losing like your paint, just kind of take that brush. You don't have to go back into the color unless you feel like it, and just kind of go over it. And it's just like a balancing act. All right, now that we've done that, we've blended out our eyes the best that we can. We're gonna go into this black shade right here. And we're just gonna be really precise on putting that right on the outer V. You see how we focused it, and it just kind of it's kind of snatched the eyes up because I'm gonna go in with this Trace Chic gel liner, but we're just gonna smoke out right here too, and you just kind of go like in at an angle, like you're. Now with that, we're just gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna go into the Royal Co palette. And we're going to mix, ooh, can y'all see that? Okay, let me hold it down. So I'm going to mix, what is this? Riches and Divine together to use as a primer on the lids. That same brush that we used for there. Mix Riches and Divine together. And we're just going to put it on the lid. Okay, so my phone ran out of storage, but we're back. So this is kind of what it's looking like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with that liner. And we're just going to kind of like, you know, smoke it out. And so that's kind of how it's looking. You see it? It's looking pretty nice. Now what I'm going to do is just go in with that pointed pencil. That pointed brush. Hold on. Couldn't find it. I found another one. And we're just going to kind of like smoke that out just a little bit more. Just a little bit. And then what I like to do is I'm just going to go in with my whole eye and just line it. You know? We are done with the eyes for now. We're going to come back and do like the bottom lash line and the inner corner and things like that, and even blend out my crease a little bit. Matter of fact, we can go ahead and do that now. Blend out my brow, like the harsh line. Just put like that. Yeah, like that. So now that we've done that, we're going to go ahead and get into the face. I'm going to clean up your eyeshadow. So I'm just going to wipe under my eye. And I'm just going to take my finger and give myself that sharp look. See how it cleaned it up? Look at that. And look at that. And just doing that with your... So now what we're going to go ahead and do is just conceal the under eyes. And the concealers that we're going to use are my favorite. These are the Morphe concealers. I have C 4.5 and then C 4.15. 4.5 is my color. 4.15 is a lot lower. I'm going to take 4.5 and I'm just going to use that as like my... That's like close to my color. And then I just like to, when I do that, clean up my under eyes and, you know, clean up their eye and do my eyeshadow. See how I just like brought my eyes up? And then I will spot conceal with 4.5 any like blemishes or like discoloration that I have on my face. Which we have lots of like discoloration or little pimples because we slept with our makeup on. And then I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm just going to blend that out. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take C 4.15, which is lighter, and we're just going to go ahead and highlight. And then we're going to take that same sponge and just blend that in, as you can see. Alright, now that we've blended that out, guys, we're going to go ahead and with our, like, carving out our face, so like kind of contour and bronzing. So I'm using the Maybelline Super Stay, and this is in the shade Mocha. Up a little light, and that definitely warms it up. This one. So yeah. And just blend this, and I bring it down my neck, so that when I apply my foundation, we'll have that barrier already there. Alright, I'm just gonna and definitely just swiping. Okay, set that right there. Look at that. Pale coloration. Coloration. Now what we're gonna do is go ahead and our Milani. This is like my go-to cream blush or liquid blush, and this is Rose Romance. It's like one of my, look at that. It's just so pretty. So I go and I just go up and go high. But now I'm just gonna take my Wet n Wild brush and blend that out. I look burnt, but it's okay. Alright, so for my foundation, this is the one that I use. It is the Profusion Feel Good Skin in the shade Deep Wine. So it's like a warm yellow undertone. I'm just gonna take it and just, dab it all over my face. I think I would squirt up too much. Dab my foundation all over my face. We're gonna take our Wet n Wild sponge. I love this thing. Now that we have blended out our foundation, I'm going to go in with my bronzer first. And the bronzer that I'm going to use is the Juvia's Place bronzer in dark. I use this shade. This shade actually for my daughter because it's pretty deep for her. But I use the top shade. That is my color. And I'm just going to just warm up my face a little bit with my bronzer. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and go into my blush. So the blush that I'm going to be using is my Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Cocktail Party. I'm going to just take this angle brush and I'm just going to swirl it. Alright, so now we have put on our blush. Use my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 30D brush, and then I'm just gonna set like my T-zone. For my under eyes, I always use this. This is my e.l.f. under eye setting powder, so I am gonna apply that. It's the translucent, it's just like a little white shade. I just take that sponge and I just pack that under. I love this stuff. Pretty much the face is done. I do need to grab a setting spray. I love this. This is the Morphe Continuous setting spray. It's just such a nice mist. It feels so nice on the face. Alright, so now that we have done that, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into our lips. I use this lip liner by N&K, and this is in the shade Wild Cherry. Alright, so I did that. And then what I ended up doing is this one right here. I just kind of placed it in the middle. I thought it was going to be lighter. And this is the BH Cosmetic. And this is Vienna. I'm just gonna. Alright, guys, our lips are done. We're gonna go ahead and finish the eyes. So, what I did for the eyes is I went in with a dark brown liner. So, I'm gonna go ahead and find one. I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. liner. Then I took my NYX Cosmetic, and this is in the shade Pink Spirit. Alright, guys, so my camera died, so I don't know where it really left off, but I did end up putting my lashes on. I used the Ayani Wispy Natural Lights, and these are in the brand the name of is Orange Sorbet. So I use those. As you can see, when you put lashes on, it just kind of takes the look to a whole another level. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just put a color in the corner. I think I'm going to do Majestic, which is this pink color, and Divine in the inner corner. Because I kind of want my inner corner to pop a little bit. So, which didn't pop. Watch. We'll put Divine, and what does that do? It makes it pop. It makes it like a bright, and that is the look. This was my New Year's look that I had my hair in a poof. I didn't have my hair like this, but this is my New Year's look right here. I feel like it looks so cute. It looks so pretty. But I really like this look. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling myself just a little bit. Just a lot of it. It's okay. But anyway, I hope that you guys really like this video. I just wanted to start the new year off with my New Year's Eve look. This is the look that I wore to church. And yeah, I just like it. I'm really feeling it. I hope that you guys are having a great New Year's Day. We're going to go to my mom's house to see my dad and go celebrate Kwanzaa just with them, with us. But I hope that you guys have a great 2022. Can you believe it? I was born in 1986 and now it's 2022 and I cannot believe it. It's just like, wow. 4 kids and a husband, and it's amazing. So I just hope that you guys have a wonderful new year. I pray that you guys just know that the time is now. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. And oh, I can't do it right now. Just do it. If it's something that God has told you to do, or something you truly feel led to do, just do it. Just step out there. Just take that big leap and trust that God is going to see you through it. I know for me this year, I am really trying to stay in contact with family members, with my sisters and siblings, or friends, or just doing better with that, and then doing what God has called me to do. And I'm gonna do it. Always tells me, if you're afraid, do it afraid. If you're nervous, do whatever God calls you to do nervous, because at the end of the day, once you start doing what He asked you to do, or what He has told you to do, you won't be afraid after a while. You won't be nervous after a while. So just do it boldly and confidently, and you got this, okay? You got this because God got you. I love you, but most importantly, God. Over to Faith Foundation by Jasmine, or FNF by Jay, on Instagram and Facebook, and follow me there, guys. If you need a prayer request, you can put it in the DMs there, or you can go ahead and email me at the letter F, by J, all together @gmail.com, and email me your prayers, and I will definitely be praying for you guys. If you have any comments, you can put them down below, or you can also while you're doing that, tell me like one thing that you're going to do this year. One thing that you're going to do. For me, it's realizing that I'm not living for people, I'm living for God, and I'm going to do what He called me to do. This was something that God told me well before I heard the word from my pastor, that I'm going to do what He called me to do, and I'm not going to be afraid to do it, and I'm not going to care what people think about it. As long as God is pleased with me, that at the end of the day, then I'm okay. If He's happy with me and He approves of what I'm doing, then that's all that matters. And that was the one thing I said I was going to do this year, and that's the one thing that I'm going to do this year. I'm going to live for Him and live for me, and not for everybody else, and not for everybody else's opinions or thoughts. So, with that being said, I love you, but God loves you most. Until next time, guys, toodles. Mwah.